Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Roxonniaspeaks show. If you're just joining me, please remember to like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. So today we're going to be talking about a very exciting topic. We're going to be talking about a very exciting program. It's a study abroad intercultural program. So this is where students from one country will go into another country to learn about their culture, as well as other important things. And of course, for this one, you're studying a foreign language. Now, I'm not too sure about the details of it. And here with me, it's Vanya and Karen, and they're from
New York.
Yeah, also New York.
they're from New York, and they were students who participated in the program, and I would like them to tell us a little bit about that. But before I go any further, the program is, you guys can correct me, CIEE, which is the
Yeah.
Council on Internal Exchange, Educational Exchange. That's what the CIEE means, right? And you have it for different countries, but you guys can explain. So I'm going to allow Karen and Vanna to tell us a little bit more about the program, what it is about, how it is that they had applied, and so forth. So Karen or Vanya, whichever wants to start, how did you hear about the program?
So my school, they sit us down every, I think October during our like language class, and then they like CIEE partners with my school so they can show them like the program and like promote it. So we basically sit an entire class period learning about it, and that's how I learned about it. They did it 2 years in a row.
Okay, Vanya.
My school does not. My school does not partner with CIEE. So my favorite YouTuber promoted it on her channel, and then I read up more about it from there.
Okay, cool. So you guys both applied through your schools. And how was the application process? Was it easy? What was it competitive? Are there a lot of students trying to get onto this program? Tell me a little bit about that.
You go first, Karen.
Well, I first applied to go to China, but they canceled the program because of COVID restrictions. But I feel like the application process isn't hard. Like if you speak to like your teachers, they'll tell you a lot of like good stuff about like writing because there's a lot of essay writing, and you don't even have to be like that good of a student. So I feel like it's a little bit competitive, but not academically competitive.
Since I did not do it in my school, I did not have a teacher or anyone at all to like guide me to write it. So I just had to do it myself.
Okay. And when you found out that you got in, what was the feeling like? I mean, this is something new. And it is a sponsored program, right?
They did give me a scholarship. It was like
Okay.
a good amount of tuition, but I was really excited, even though it wasn't like the place I chose, but I was really excited because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in a country without my mom.
So I don't think we said it. So the scholarship was to go to Mexico. So you guys knew it was Mexico from the get-go upon application.
You chose Mexico. I mean,
Okay.
she chose China, but then her program got canceled. But I chose to initially go to Mexico.
So why did you want to
The
go to
data,
Mexico?
Because I wanted to learn Spanish, and I feel like it was like due to money wise and everything. I feel like because we had to pay for a plane ticket, I feel like that was like the most reasonable country that was like right there, and it wouldn't be that expensive.
And why you wanted to go to China, Karen?
because I was learning it, but then I put Mexico as like my third option because like my parents are from there, but I was also like, it's a different place in Mexico, so like, it's gonna be fun. And I accepted to go because it was like it's completely different. It seemed like a good experience.
Okay, great. So based on my research, there are a lot of important, this is really in the southeast part of Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, the Merida. How is it
Merida.
pronounced?
Merida? Merida?
Yeah.
Merida?
Merida.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about it. When you got off the plane, you're actually in Mexico at that for Karen, this part of Mexico, which you've never been. And Vanya, this is Mexico, which you've never been ever anywhere at all. How was it?
You can go first.
No, you can go.
I mean, I think it was overwhelming at first because especially like the bagging and stuff, getting your bags, and it's like you have like parents or anyone to guide you. And we only had like I think it was one program leader. And it was just like a lot of us. So it was a little overwhelming at first, but I think it was good once your like close family came to pick you up and they like took you to their home.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It was still, yeah, it was pretty overwhelming because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be staying here for like a whole month without my mom. But it was once we got out of the airport, it was really, really hot. Like my host mom's
Yes.
car was so hot. It was like an oven. It was really bad.
Have you been to Jamaica, Karen? Vanya, is it hot like Jamaica?
I think it's hotter.
Okay, cool. So what was the first thing? Tell me a little bit about what did you see in terms of the culture? What did you learn? Where did you go? How for Vanya not exposed to Spanish on that level, you were living with persons who spoke Spanish only. How was
Yeah.
that, and how did you actually get around to learn things? And I think you mentioned about classes. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I also had a roommate, Jackie. So she's fluent in Spanish, so she helped a lot with the communication with like the parents and everyone else that lived in like the household. So it was easier than I would have thought, but I wish that like I had known more. But the classes that we were taking helped me like each day when I went home, like I would practice something with them so I could like understand it better.
And Karen, what was your
Can you repeat the question again?
in terms of going, well, your parents, you say, are from a different part of Mexico, so you are pretty much better at Spanish than Vanya. How was it for you in terms of conversations, and did you help out your fellow teammates, those who of
Yeah,
course were
I
not
did
exposed?
in school most of the time because my roommate, she's also Mexican, but she's from like the north, so like a completely different side. And we just like I feel like it was kind of easier, like it was a little bit more comfortable because I know that some people they were like really overwhelmed when they got there. But I think like we had like more an easier time like comparing our experiences with my host mom. It was really fun.
All right. So you've never been to this part of Mexico. What about some of the historical sites that you guys have been to? How was it like? I think this part is mostly about the Mayan culture. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, well, it's a lot more like I had never seen those type of like architectures, like ruins. I thought it was very interesting. Especially in like when we went to the pyramid, the Chichen Itza. I thought
Yeah.
it was like really cool because they did this thing where they would like clap in front of it and then the sound would come back, like the echo would be different. It was really cool. So I
Yeah.
thought
Wow.
it was
It was good.
wild. Yeah.
Vanya?
It was a huge culture shock. I think because they're like, I feel like because my Jamaican culture, like everyone, I feel like it's as another word I'm looking for, but they're just so everybody's just so about their culture and they're very deep into it, and they're like, it just seems like a huge family when you go to Mexico, like especially that part in a sense. I feel like everybody like is so friendly and they like love each other, and they just love their culture so much. You like see it everywhere you go.
Okay, so they respect it, so they expect the same from the tourists. So Vanya, I've seen some pictures, and I know that you guys will send me some of your favorite pics to post in this video. Um, Karen mentioned that she enjoyed the pyramids, which I think was one of her most favorite historic sites. Vanya, I've seen some pictures with you at the caves. I'm not sure where that was. Was it the same place as the pyramid, or it was a different historical site.
That was different. The caves were cenotes. They were like underground, like waterfalls. How would you describe it?
Like I feel like underwater like ponds almost.
Yeah,
I don't know.
ponds. Yeah,
Some of
yeah.
them
That
have
was
waterfalls though.
yeah. It was just like but that was different than Chichen Itza. That was right. That was different.
Yeah, that was like a few hours away or like a few
Yeah.
minutes away, depending.
Okay, cool. Sounds interesting. So Vanya, how has your conversational Spanish improved? You're back. You've been there for how long you guys were there for? A month?
On
Right. How has it been for you, Vanya, in terms of your Spanish, and for you, Karen, in terms of understanding a little bit better about the culture as well as your Spanish? I know, even though you've been exposed.
You go, Vanya?
so I feel as if it hasn't improved from when I was there because no, it improved when I was there, but since I got back, I haven't had time to
Practice.
utilize it. Like it doesn't make any sense to just randomly speak Spanish and I like butcher it, and there's like no one there to like help me because in Mexico I had like friends and we were all learning, so you could just like ask someone, "Oh, what does this mean?" and then I would like repeat it and say it to someone, and then like they will help with the conversation. But now there's like I don't really have anyone, so I don't haven't really spoken any Spanish. I just know from what I just anything I know is from what I learned when I was there. I don't think it improved from what else I learned. I try sometimes, like I have apps on my phone to like let me keep learning, but I don't know when I would utilize it in a sense.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I think it was like I learned how to write better because I speak it, but I don't write it that much or read it that much.
Right.
But I feel like it improved since then. And also, I learned a lot more slang.
Yeah,
Ah,
slang.
A lot of slang, yeah. Especially you. Your teacher taught you a lot of slang.
Yeah, my teacher taught me a lot of slang.
okay, Vanessa, you did learn something. So you have some
Yeah,
slangs. I'm currently learning how to write. That's awesome. Would you go back and would you recommend others to participate? What would you tell them about the program?
go ahead,
Um,
girl.
yeah. I would go back. I really wanted to stay longer. When we were gonna leave, I got so sad. But yeah, I would do it again. And also like both of us, we have like a code to like redeem for like $200 like off for other people that actually do want to participate. Because I feel like it's really good if you want to learn another language. Because that's all you have to do. You need to speak it at home. You need to speak it in class. You need to speak it outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would also go back too. I think it was really fun. I was very homesick though, like the first, like the last couple of weeks. No, like the last week alone, I think. So I was excited to go back home. But if I was going again, I would want to like make my own schedule of when I can go out and when I can stay in. I feel like that's the only part that I wasn't okay with because I don't like going out a lot. Or like I would go out like 3 times a week and I would feel good. But like I feel like we were just going out every day. We always had something to do. Is that I feel like that's very overwhelming because I find myself as being like an introvert and it was just a lot of outgoing stuff. It was I think I would go back if I can make my own schedule for the days.
But you have to remember the whole purpose of the program is to actually
Yeah,
learn about the culture. So you
yeah,
have to
I
go
know.
out and explore. And the more you go out and
Yeah,
you
I know.
interact, the more you improve on your conversational Spanish. So I think that is how they structure it. It sounds exciting. I wish I would have gone on something like that when I was much younger. But it's good. So guys, I promised that I wasn't going to give the pop quiz, but I'm going to give that quiz. It's just about 3 questions though. So
Okay.
what is the currency that they use
Oh, it's easy.
in Mexico?
We answer at the same time.
1, 2, 3, go.
Pesos.
Pesos.
Ah, cool. All right, I have something here. I really want to hear your answer. What is the spoken language? And based on my research, I have 3 spoken languages in Mexico are based on where you guys went. That area. What are they?
So I guess you can name one and I can name one and then We see who knows the last one.
Yeah, I don't know the third one.
Yeah.
Would it be like, oh, you
Well,
can
only
go,
thing
you
I
can
think
think
about
of
is
it.
Spanish
Uh-huh.
Right, of course.
And
and Mayan.
yeah, and
Mayan.
Mayan. And I think the third one might be Nawal.
Maybe?
Nawal. The third one maybe?
No, that's not what I saw. I
Or
saw
no?
English. So you got
Oh,
it correct. I thought we would have
Wow,
gotten the English and the
English.
Spanish, and you wouldn't
okay.
have gotten
No,
the Maya.
English.
So
That's
it's
pretty.
Yucatec Maya,
No,
Spanish, and English. That's what I saw on the
yeah.
website.
No, because like a lot of people told us that, and also when we went to the museums, they had English, Spanish, and Mayan.
Yeah, that
So
was a
what
tricky
did
thing because I
the
wouldn't have thought
final
of English.
question is um what is the most mode of transportation?
I mean, the one that we used was Uber and Didi. I don't, I don't know
Yeah,
what
we
else
did
they
use
all
it a lot. I
use.
never took a bus.
I
A
never took a
bus?
bus.
Would it be
Bus,
bus?
train, right,
They told us not to take the
right.
buses because we don't really know where they stopped, so they wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I guess we were allowed to, but I wouldn't risk it because you don't
Okay.
know where it was going.
All right, great. So for those persons who have never been to Mexico, can you just tell us what are some of the sites that we can see if we should travel there? I know you
Ooh.
mentioned the ruins. Can you just tell us some other sites that are, you know, fun to learn about, more about the Mayan culture? Where can we go?
You go first, Karen. I need to think.
Oh, you could go to cenotes. There's like a lot of them. You could also go to
Mm.
the beach to Progreso. Progreso is really fun.
Ooh,
And
yes.
but that's in Merida. You can go to a lot of other places. They also have other ruins in the city, like yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Just like the cenotes or yeah, Chichen Itza, as you were saying, like it's really nice because then like you get tour guides to tell you about the culture, and everyone's like selling like bracelets, hammocks, clothes, like basically anything you could bring back like to your home to like
What
remember
about the
that you went there.
food? What about the
Ooh.
food?
I would recommend eating chilaquiles. They're like breakfast nachos technically. They're really
Okay.
good.
That's it. Thank you for sharing your experience in Mexico. And I hope that someone will listen and learn and find it interesting and also apply. I think all information is on their website. It will be listed down below in the description. Guys, please like and share this video for those persons who want to learn about another culture. As was told earlier, it is easier to apply and the scholarships are also easy to get. Just apply.
I
Vanya, you
remember
want to say
now.
something before
I
we
remember
go?
now. I think it was mole. Was it mole? Is that like the black meat that you like? It's like in the soup.
Mole? It's
Yes.
like a black salsa, like it's black sauce over like chicken or like pork.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
mole.
mole.
It's very
Yeah, that
strong.
was
Yeah, I
so
recommend that too.
that
It's
was
really
so
good.
good. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from like from Puebla and Oaxaca. That's where that's from.
Okay, you heard it, guys. So we're gonna have to try that. So thank you again for joining. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Vanya, for joining. And guys out there in TV land, YouTubers, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye.
Bye.